Hi girls. Sorry, back to the old way because having some technical issues with the laptop there, so didn't want to leave you hanging in terms of the homework. Most of you managed it very, very well. A couple of you came to me with a couple of little questions, so I just thought I'd go through the questions. So this is question 3. So this is the triangle that's drawn out in your book. I always find redrawing it myself actually helps me because I'm not such a great visual learner. So if you're finding it hard to see what is connected to what, sometimes when you draw it yourself it's a little bit easier. But either way, in your textbook at least have your 2 highlighters and highlight what you've got. So you've got a small triangle which is just the orange, and then the yellow is the big triangle. Okay, so you're taking a look at the triangle and we are saying that these 2 lines are parallel. So somebody said to me, "Miss, I can't see the parallel lines." Those 2 lines are the parallels, okay, the ones with the arrows in it. That means that these 2 triangles are similar and have a ratio. They're not identical, obviously, because the orange one is way smaller than the yellow one, but they are similar. So similar triangles then will have a ratio that will allow you to be in operation with this one. So this one we're taking a look trying to find y, okay? So we're saying y over 6.4 would be the same as 9 over 8, okay? Some of you did it the other way around. You said 6.4 over y is the same as 8 over 9. That's fine, whichever way you want. It doesn't make any difference, okay? Here we have what I've just said. So y over 6.4 is the same as 9 over 8, okay? And what we're saying is now we're going to cross multiply. So we're going to try and get rid of these fractions. So I'm going to multiply this side by 8 and this side by 6.4. So I'm cross multiplying. So I'm getting rid of all my fractions. So 8 multiplied by y is 8y. 9 multiplied by 6.4 is 57.6. So now I know 8y is equal to 57.6, and I want to know what 1y is. So I want to move the 8. The 8's multiplying, so I divide both sides by 8, and then y is equal to 7.2, which is the answer. And most of you pulled it out. You had different ways of getting it. As long as you get the 7.2, all ways are fully acceptable. Okay, so this is the second question that you had, which is question 4. And again, so for the person who said to me, where are the parallels? Here are the parallels in this triangle. Okay, so we have a little yellow triangle and a big orange triangle. Clearly not congruent triangles because they're not identical, but they are similar. So the ratios are going to be similar. Okay, so if we're taking a look at this one and we say 7 over the entire lot of this is 9. So again, 7, which is the little yellow bit, over the entire bit, which is 9. 7 plus 2 is 9. That's the same as this little bit, the yellow bit, over the entirety, which is y over 13.5. So we're taking the yellow bit over the whole orange bit. Yellow bit over the whole orange bit. So we're keeping them the same. Okay, and that's why the colours work well for somebody like me in particular, who's not the best of learners in terms of colours or seeing shapes. So then you've got the same setup again. We're going to cross multiply. So 9 multiplied by y is 9y, and 7 multiplied by 13.5 is 94.5. Divide across by 9, and y is equal to 10.5. So this part of the maths is easy. It's getting this, that's the hard bit. Okay. And then we come to the last triangle. And again, what I mean by colouring now is you'll take your small triangle, is your orange, and then your big triangle is ABC. Okay. All right, so you're asked, first of all, to work out the 6. So how did I do that? So it's 4 over x. I called it x. Somebody said, can you use your own numbers? Letters, of course you can, whatever letter you want. 4 over x is 2 over 3. So orange to yellow, orange to yellow. And then I worked out that x was 6. Okay. And then it just asks you to take these ratios. So A to or, so A to or is 2. Or to C is 3. So 2 is to 3. A to Q is 4. And A to B is 4 plus 6, which is 10. So that's little triangle, orange triangle, to big triangle. Okay, so that's 4 is to 10. Then your QB, so that's QB, which is big triangle to whole triangle. Big triangle to whole triangle. So that is 6 to 10. And then you're looking for QR, which is orange triangle, to BC, which is yellow triangle. And that means these two are the same because both of them are taking the same. You're taking your small triangle to your big triangle, small triangle to your big triangle. So these two ratios would be the same. Okay. Some of you then simplify the ratios, so you could divide 2 into both of these. So that would be 2:5, and 2 into both of these, which is 3:5. I'd accept either answer. Okay. Okay, so that brings us to the end, girls, of that particular chapter. And what we're going to take a look at now is coming into the summer, to your summer exam. So it's an online exam. I'm going to send you a message with exactly how to do it, how to log on, how to do everything. I've gotten messages, girls, can I do them on the phone? Yes, I've done them on the phone. There are going to be a couple of little glitches and a couple of little challenging bits that we're going to need to discuss. So we're going to do that, and I'm going to put those up and let you read through it before Wednesday, long before Wednesday. So we'll put them up over the weekend and you can have a read over Monday, okay? What you need to do now though, and more importantly than anything, is start to revise the ends of the chapters, okay? So what I'm going to ask you to do, girls, is get your Christmas test out. That's the first thing. So the Christmas test, if you knew your Christmas test, that would cover you chapter 1, 2 and 3, okay? So that would be a huge chunk if you could get your Christmas test and have a go at that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the Christmas test and I'm going to ask you to have another go at it, and that will help you revise chapter 1, 2 and 3 for me. Okay? And then we'll come on and take a look at the others. I'll put the class test up that we had for statistics. There isn't going to be a construction on it, girls. We've said chapter 7, but we can't do an online test with a construction. So there's nothing we can do about that. I'm sure you'll be devastated. But to save yourself, do not spend time on chapter 7. And the beauty of this is I'm going to put this up as a video, so I'll know who's watched the video and who hasn't, because you'll come back asking me about constructions. The other thing is, girls, we haven't finished chapter 5, so there will be questions on chapter 5 in the exam, but I will tell you which questions they are and ask you just to put 0 in, and I'll take them out of the marking scheme, because we've done extra chapters at the other end in comparison to chapter 5, okay? Having anything else to say? No, so I'm going to put up the Christmas test, and I'm going to ask you to go back now and take a look at the Christmas test, girls, again, and try to get that sorted for yourself, and that'll help you to revise those chapters. I'll give you a couple of days, so I'll put it up on Wednesday, but I won't ask for it until Monday, okay, because that'll be a good chunk of work done for you. For Monday, statistics you won't have a problem with, we're only just after finishing it, and the others we've just finished, so you shouldn't have a huge issue. We'll spend a little bit of time then maybe taking a look at a little bit more, maybe linear equations. I don't think you'll have much of an issue with those ones either, but we'll take a look at the geometry, etc. on Monday and Tuesday. Okay, I'll leave you with that, girls, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.